Hey guys, bonjour. Aujourd'hui, today, I'm not going to be in class, and I apologize for this. Je suis désolé, but I need to be out for a little bit, and I will be back as soon as I can. So we're going to do a few things, which is what I told you we would do, but we're going to do them a little bit differently. So the first thing I want to show you is what we need to catch up on if you need to catch up on anything. How do you know if you need to catch up on something? Well, it's easy. Everything is posted here in your Google Classroom. So I had told you how to look at your upcoming work, but I want you guys to kind of look from the beginning. So if we go from the beginning, we had week 1, finish Education Perfect. If you have not finished Education Perfect, you need to look at your vocabulary and the lesson here. If I go back, I have my material here. I can look at every single lesson that we've done in week 1. So if you look at this and if you look at everything, you have some things here. It should tell you in Education Perfect. Log into Education Perfect, check your work. If you don't know or if you have a doubt, send me an email and I will answer you with where you're at. If it does not tell you, it should be able to tell you on the beginning and the rest of it. But if it doesn't, for whatever reason, let me know and I will let you know. So that was week 1. If I go back here, I have the week 1 assessment as well. Did you do the week 1 assessment? Is it done? Okay, and you should be graded for this. You have the week 2, same thing. You have all of these little guys right here. They finished the EP lesson and the assessment, and the week 2 greeting and salutation. Again, you have your new words. You have the Education Perfect. Everything was due. This was last week. Okay, and then we have week 3, which we started and finished last week, which finished with your writing project. So if you did, I have a lot of people who told me they were done. Thank you. If you didn't get anything from me, you need to make sure that you can check your document, your rubrics. Everything was right here. If you did not get a grade from me, that means that you did not do anything. If you got a 0 from me with a no work submitted, that means that you need to do this. And then you had the week 4, which is this week, and you have to do the speaking assessment. Now, we were supposed to start the vocab, and I'll show you the vocab in just a second, but that will be what you need to do by Monday. Okay, Monday. But what you need to do really today is to make sure that you record your words that you have problems with. So as you record them, you're going to make a list. I'm going to show you how to do this in just a second into this video. Thank you. And now we are going to show you how to install Screencastify. Now, Screencastify is virtually what I'm using all the time to show you videos and to do everything else. So you need to follow the link that is in Google Classroom. And in Google Classroom, that little link that is on the bottom, one explains what Screencastify is, and the other one is going to allow you to install it. So now mine says remove from Chrome, but you need to install it and allow it to be on your Chrome browser. This will only work on Chrome browser. It will not work on Safari. It will not work on Firefox. It will not work on Opera or anything else that you might have. So please, please, please install this, and I'll show you how to use it. Okay, hi everyone, and welcome to Screencastify. So now that you have installed your Screencastify, right here you should see a little Screencastify screen video recorder. So I'm going to click on it. It says right now that my desktop is being recorded because, well, that is what it does. So I'm going to show you really quickly there what it looks like when it's not being recorded and what options you have. So you can see that you can put the webcam on, or you can put the microphone on or off. You can choose the input that you have. If you use your ISY credentials, you should have the unlimited version of this, which means that you can record as many times as you want. On the right side, you can choose, I'm sorry, also from either just a tab of what you want to record, so just the tab without any of the top tabs and other things, so just the actual window that you're using. You can use the entire desktop, which is what I'm doing right now, and you can see everything on my desktop. Or you can use simply the webcam, and that is a really good way to simply record yourself and send it to me. Okay, so I'm going to show you in just a second how to upload these to Google Drive once you have them on your files. On your computer, and then you can simply, from Screencastify, you can record your project and you can record some words. So when you're recording these words, you don't know how to say one of the words, go ahead and record them put them into one of the Google Drive that I'll show you in a second, share it with me, and I'll listen to them and I'll record them for you, and we can work on this together. So if you don't know how to say, as an example, je suis fatigué, do we pronounce fatigué or do we pronounce fatigue? Ask me this, and that's perfect. So record yourself with Screencastify, and then you can send it to me, and that's perfect. Thank you. So if you are in your Google Drive, I am now in Drive, to upload a file and to send it to me, very simply, if I am in my folder, as an example, this one, I can go to any of my folders. So I'm going to create a new folder. The plus sign, new, on Google is always new. I'm going to click on folder, and I'm going to call it grade 6. You guys can call it French. You can call it whichever one you want, as long as you remember what it is. So I'm going to go to my grade 6, and it's going to highlight it. I'm going to open it, and by default, it will be blank, nothing in it. Drop files here. So I can just take my file, and directly, do you see how it says copy? And I can drop files instantly. I can copy it. So I can do this with 2, 3, 4 files. You've given me 2, 3, 4, 5 words if you want. They have been uploaded. Now that they have been uploaded, it says here on the bottom corner that my upload has been done. I can share the file, or I can share the whole folder. So if I go back to my Drive and I look at my grade 6 right here, I can right-click on it, and I can click Share. And then, because we are in the same school and same organization, I'm already on there. But if I want to share it again, all I have to do is type my first name. And there I am right here. If I wanted to share it with anyone else, I could just type Kendon as an example. Here's Kendon. I could type Jehoon if I wanted. Here's Jehoon. If I wanted to send it to any of the Hannah, I could send it to Hannah if we wanted, etc., etc. So you can find me and share it with me. Once you've shared that folder with me, I'm going to click Done without adding anyone. But once you have shared this folder with me, you can see, as an example, my high school student council has been shared. My books with Miss Natalie has been shared. My BTSN has been shared. My Bs have been shared, etc., etc. So you should see that little shared icon onto your folder, and you will have shared it with me. Now remember, anything that you put in there after this, I will have access to. So if you share these folders with me, then it's an easy way for you to ask for help and to kind of keep sending me these ones. So don't do that for your summative, because I need that in Google Classroom. But for all the words that you have trouble with, record yourself with Screencastify, put the videos in that folder, and share that folder with me. Okay? And finally, and this is really important, you will have to take this test in Google Classroom. It is set by Monday. You could take it today, Thursday. You could take it Friday. You can take it over the weekend, but I'm not asking you to do this. Or you could take it Monday. But remember, you have to be ready for this test. Here is where it's a little bit different. There is no time limit. There are 20 questions. That's normal. It will open tomorrow or today, depending if you're looking at this on Thursday. But look at this. You only have one attempt. You may not do it again. So you need to know your vocabulary really, really well. And remember as well, this is a dictation. This is the one where you will hear French and you have to write French as well. This is not an easy test. So make sure that you have studied your vocab, that you have several stars in the core and the extra. This is for both of them. It will pull from both, and you will all have a slightly different vocab. It is completely random. There is no other way that you can prepare except for studying. So make sure that you study this vocab and that you take this test when you know that you are ready. Okay? I don't expect you to get 100% on this. That's not what we want. But this is kind of a way to make sure that we can move on and kind of breathe a sigh of relief that, okay, I know this vocab, I've done it enough. We're going to start a new unit on Monday. This is kind of the final vocab test for us. So we need to make sure that we get this one done. Remember, you will only have dictation, 20 questions. You hear the word only, you will not see it, you only hear it, and you have to type it in French. Do accents count? Yes, they do. Does punctuation count? Yes, they do. Spelling? You bet. Everything counts. The way that you have learned it is the way that you should put it in there. Okay, so make sure that you do not start this test until you know that you're done. So to summarize what we need to do for today, number one, catch up with Education Perfect. If you haven't done your vocab, now is a good time to do it. If you haven't done your writing, make sure that you do it. If you are still working on your speaking, that's perfect. That's what we should be doing today. That's number two. When you're writing on your speaking and you're rehearsing it and you come up to a word and you say, oh, I don't know how to say this word. Is it bonjour? You can write it or you can show me on your webcam with Screencastify, and you can put it in a folder